Hi, my name is Jack Becker. I'm the president of the men's club hockey team.
And I'm Brady Murphy. I am the club treasurer of the men's university ice hockey team.
Brief description of our club. Number of members. We have 17 members currently on the team. With an influx of injuries, that number kind of goes up and down. We've had as many as 19, all the way down to as many 15 at the time, depending on who's healthy and able to play at the times. Dues and fundraisers that we put on. So this year our dues, we believe, were $1,500 at the beginning of the year in order to cover most of our ice costs, league dues, paying for our coaching staff, anything that goes into that. In order to subsidize those costs, we do have a number of fundraisers that we do. Our biggest one that we do is with the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority on campus. We host a night where we sell tickets, and 50% of the proceeds go to their charity, and then the 50% comes back to us. At the same time, we have a sponsorship deal with Burns Pizza, which we host give back nights once a month, usually in the middle of the month on Wednesdays. Where if you go in, say Butler Hockey, I think like 15-20% of the purchase goes towards us, and then they also pay us as well to tweet about the event, basically as a little bit of publicity for them, in which that brings in a little bit of money for us as well. Events attended or hosted. We don't host any tournaments ourselves here on campus, but we do attend we are in a conference in which there's a conference room at the end of the year. Just finished that one up last weekend at Trine University. Didn't do too well there, but hoping for a better season next year. Awards and recognitions that happen. We send two guys every single year to play in a conference tournament, all-star tournament from the ICHC conference. We have two guys from our team going to that this year. Last year we had the most important person to club sports with Noah Brayton, and then also won the philanthropy award last year as well. This year, I believe we won the award for having the most followers on our social medias. We take a lot of pride in our social media and making sure that we kind of keep that up to date. Brady now is going to talk a little bit about our current budget overview.
Yeah, so for our budget this year, we ended up coming in with an expected expenses of $26,257. Now, the majority of what this goes to is our actual ice cost. Ice is very expensive. It costs us about $300 for every hour of practice ice we run, and it costs us even more to run that for games. So that's where a lot of our expenses end up running into. And so to be able to finance this, again, we pulled in from our dues and our different fundraisers we've done on campus and with the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority. So we've actually ended up coming in with $31,013 worth of expected revenues this year. So this year we're actually going to be requesting a grant of $2,500 to help cover the beginning costs for our next season.
Yeah, so rationale for the new funds, a lot of that comes into the costs that we face right away in the beginning of the year. So right off the bat, right when we get to school, our season starts. We hold tryouts about 2 weeks into school, start practicing 3 weeks into school. And a month in, we have to pay our dues for our ICHC conference, playing in the ACHA, which is the national branch for all of the hockey. And then we have to start paying our ice costs almost immediately. And so we spend, probably close to $6,000, $7,000 within just the first month of our season. So, we don't really get to afford to spend a lot of money on our other luxuries as well. So one thing that this grant would go towards is actually going towards some new uniforms for the team this year. My freshman year, so 3 years ago, we got our first set of new uniforms, and through 3 years playing roughly 65 games, they've been absolutely beat to shreds, blades cutting them open, guys getting, dirt or, blood on them, anything like that. Our uniforms have gotten pretty beat up, and so it's time for us to get new uniforms for our next year. And because of our, ice costs and everything like that, we can never really buy those in season. But right now, with that influx of cash that we have sitting, we have the ability to actually purchase new uniforms, and then with the help of the grant, we can actually go through with that purchase so that we have money sitting in our account for the beginning of our next season, so that we can cover those ice costs, league costs, and conference costs. So who will benefit from the grant? Obviously, us as well. We're the only real people that will actually benefit from this. As uniforms really help, but at the same time, uniforms isn't something really people really think about, but it's actually a huge recruiting tool for us. Since we don't have our own rink, we're working right now to getting a locker room. Recruiting is something that we struggle with because you can't really throw money at them. So showing them cool amenities like having nice gear, having nice uniforms, playing in fun games is something that we take a lot of pride in, and we work really hard to get. So just for another explanation of the excess funds, that if we have any, it's going to go right towards our ice costs right away. Indiana is never cheap for ice, and that's something that we struggle with a lot. That's why our budget's so so that's why our expenses are so high and our dues are so high, is because ice is almost $300 per practice, $365 per game, and that's where all of our money goes. And if we can kind of work towards building more money and kind of bringing more guys in. The more guys that we have, the more we can generate from dues, and the more we can generate from dues, the more home games we can end up playing. Staying closer to home, and we don't have to drive as much. Is something that we're really working towards. We hope that you take this our offer very seriously, and we would love to hear anything else, any questions that you may have for us. We will happily answer them, and we look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you.